would suggest to any teacher that they look through the opening part where we address a number of foundational issues, use of scripture, what's the role of experience, but also in that first part we have a section called Taking a Stand that really invites students to see that it's not that people lay their lives down on the ground, either dramatically by sacrificing themselves, or hour by hour, day by day, living in light of certain commitments. And when you take a stand, it may well be that you're standing alone or that you're standing in community, but those are some issues that I would open with. And then I would think about my student body. What are they interested? What are the lively issues? The part on sexual ethics, for example, looks both at the questions of marriage and family, at divorce, at domestic violence, at marriage equality. But then there's a chapter in there on sexual intimacy that raises questions about hooking up, about whether marriage is the only appropriate place from a Christian perspective for sexual intimacy.
I think one of the another chapter that I think would be fun to teach is the chapter on consumption and consuming. I find my students very interested in that. Sometimes they don't see that as a moral issue, but it doesn't take long for them to recognize that it is a moral issue.
And students, college students, are actually quite powerful consumers. And that particular chapter, I think, invites them to claim the kind of power they have as North American college-educated people to boycott, to shape food policies at their university, in their community. They have a lot of power in this respect, and I think that's an important message to give. But you know your student body better than we do, and we would suggest that you feel free to order the readings in the way that suits your, whether you're operating on a quarter system and have only 10 weeks, or whether you have a semester system. Our book can work in both contexts quite well.
Another thing that we ought to point out is that there's a diversity of denominational or religious stances in the book. So we're not limited to, certainly not to Protestant stances, certainly not even to mainline stances. There are a number of evangelicals who are writing in the book. There are a number of Roman Catholics. I'd say maybe 40% of the essays are by Roman Catholics. And so we can promise you, using this book, that you will get a range of voices and that your students will be engaged by several of these topics, not in an abstract or only theoretical way, to be sure that, but that they will be able to put the practical and the academic together.
Well, we would certainly encourage you, if you have questions or comments about the volume after perusing it, to contact us. We both teach at St. Paul's School of Theology in Kansas City, Missouri, and our contact information is readily available on that website.
spst.edu. Although I'm Presbyterian, Patty's Roman Catholic, and the school is United Methodist, and we've taught in ELCA schools and Southern Baptist schools as well. So, bon appetit.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.